Good evening, everyone. Eugene here from Genius Trader. Thank you guys for tuning in for next week's weekly Forex focused for the week ending March the 19th, which is gonna be the Friday. So, guys, today it's Saturday. We still have tomorrow, um, you know, um, before the market opens. But obviously, South African time it opens tomorrow night at I think it's 12 or 11 if I'm not mistaken. And we're gonna start with the USD Cad. Guys, with this pair, I'm starting with it, on purpose because it is the most interesting pair in this chart for next week. So basically, it's on a very um, strong, key level, which is the support zone at 127, um, 1.2, I mean 1.24 700, and 124.6. So if this pair does not break this zone, which like if you've watched previous videos, you'd realize that if I have a pair on 100 and 100s, which is like the weekly Fibonacci and the monthly Fibonacci retracement, the pair obviously react to that zone. So on the 100 and 100, so that means that this is a very strong key level, and also coincidentally, it's also our pivot point. So that means that there's 99% chance that the USD CAD will start bouncing or going up from this zone. And before I forget, guys, for those of you who want to copy my trade, you can contact us on our WhatsApp line, which is 067 289 0929. Um, 067 That's our WhatsApp line. For my international clients, you can contact us on +2 7 6 7 289 0929 +2 7 6 7 289 0929. So let's continue, guys. As I was saying, the USD CAD is the only pair, that's more interesting for next week. Um, Not even next week, for like Monday when the market opens, is the first pair that I think will react. So what I'm seeing is that from this zone it's just gonna bounce up. So I don't know for how long. It can go as far as 128 600, because as you can see here, this zone previously, you know um the market touched here, it just continued going up and up and up, and nothing happened. It never got retested. So this is the first time we getting a retest, so we can sort of get like a double bottom where we're gonna see the market rising up and up. Maybe it's gonna go sideways before it actually accelerates to the upside, and also go to this last high here at 128 600. But we wait and see. Also, um, the risk ratio here is very low, because as you can see, we already on the buy area. So your stop loss here would be probably 124, which is about 70 pips. 124, or you can even make a tight stop loss. It's up to you what you do, but the risk ratio here is very, very, very good, because the USD is about to start rising. We don't know for how long, but and also the CAD might start being weak, because it's been climbing for the past few days and weeks. So we'll see what happens in the coming weeks, or in the coming in this coming week. So enough about USD CAD. Let's move on to the USD Swiss franc. The USD Swiss franc, I like the idea of selling the pair below 0.93, but it has broken higher, and at the moment, the only keys, what you call this, the only key areas that I can see at the moment, they're very far from the actual price at the moment, because 0.98600 is a very, very strong resistance zone for selling, but it's like 500 pips away. So for now, we can't be discussing it. The next important zone would be 0.94800 or 700. But it's also a bit far for now, which is about 170 pips. So we're not sure if this pair will get there and then start selling. But also this zone here, I wouldn't want to really sell there because it's not really a strong resistance zone, because you can see it's 161.8 on a weekly Fibonacci and 261.8. The 261.8 is a very strong resistance, but it would need 100, 0, or 423.6 for the market to actually start selling. That the pressure would be much more than it being with 161.8. So the next week's pivot point here would be 0.93700. So we'll likely see the pair rising, rising, rising up to this zone here, which is the 2618. So our pivot point is around here. So we might see the pair, selling if the pivot point holds. But our pivot point, most of the time, we always get best results. And another thing that I like about pivot points is that it's like the trade that we took on Friday. That was a pivot point trade with the gold. We entered at 1700, and the price just went, $1 below that. It was 1699, and which is like close to nothing compared to the returns that we made. The drawdown was like 1%, and the returns were like 1,000%. So that's what I love about pivot points. So if you are patient enough, then you can always wait for the pivot point to make bank. Otherwise, for now, the first one is USD Cad that you can trade next week. Then the second one would be the USD Swiss franc if the market gets to that zone. The third one is the Euro USD. The Euro USD, guys, it's very interesting because for now, it's still trying to figure itself out where it actually wants to go. Although the overall price, it's bullish. So we're trying to see where exactly does the market wants to go before we can actually buy. But um, strong zones would be 119, 100. And if the market breaks below this, then it's gone. We're looking at the next strong support zone, which is going to be at 118, 300. And on the upside, the only um, resistance that I can actually sell would be here at 122 500, which is also the pivot point. So if the market can reach this zone, I would be so happy, because that's where I would love to sell this market all the way to probably 118 400 zone, which is about 400 pips move. So we wait and see what's gonna happen. If it happens that we get that move to the upside and we get the touch here, then that means that we can sell hard. But with the USD going up, the Euro USD can start falling from the zone it's on. But yeah, we wait and see what happens next week. Like I said, the pound, the pound, the cable actually. We have a pivot point at what 42 400, and we don't have any significant um, significant key areas that we can actually look at the moment that I can be um, that I can trust. So we're just gonna have to wait it out and see if it gets to our pivot point. Great, we sell. But for now, 137 400 would be probably the best place to buy. Somewhere here, probably be the best place to buy, based on the previous price action. 137, because like this is where the market broke higher. So if we can get a retest of this break to the upside here, then we can actually buy to 142. But if we don't, then we're just gonna let it figure itself out and see what's what. The USD JPY, the USD JPY, it's also a bit trapped here, but also I can't really find any significant areas to buy or sell. However, next week's pivot point it's at 10700, which is here, which is about 200 pips away. I don't know if the market would actually do get to that zone, or is it gonna break higher. So we wait and see also on that what happens. The gold, on Friday we bought the gold here at 1700, and the price was just beautiful. Like it just started skyrocketing, which we are now 266 pips in profit. I hope all of you got this one because it was an easy one. We gave it away like before this move even happened, like 2 hours early or something like that, before the move happened. So I hope all of you got it. And the next one would be the Australian dollar USD. Also here, nothing is really happening at the moment. But because this is a commodity pair, we'll likely see it continue going up as like the gold. And oh, I forgot to mention the gold's pivot point for this week is 1776. So it's somewhere here, 1776. So we'll probably take profits here. Hopefully we'll get a move higher, like higher, and maybe that's where the pair will start crashing down. And Australian dollar, same thing. We might get a move a bit high or here, then sell down. But we don't have any specific key areas to point at the moment. The NZD Cad, nothing interesting here. The GBP JPY, also here, no significant level to look at. The Euro JPY, um, it broke higher last week. It broke above the zone. We don't know if it's gonna hold or crash below. But for now, we just wait and see what's gonna happen here. Is it going to consolidate, or is it going to be like between this two trend lines and break below or higher? We'll see what's gonna happen there. NZD USD, same as the Australian dollar USD. Remember, these are antipodes, so they all work together. The silver, we're gonna be looking into long term, buying. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait for the gold to actually reach its all time low for the year before it continue its uptrend. So we'll probably get into the long term buy here at $19 all the way to 31, $32. So you must wait for me to actually announce this move and we'll go ahead and kill it. So this one you'll probably want to create a separate account for because you'd want to buy and forget about it. So good luck everyone for the coming week, and let's kill it going forward. Also, don't forget to copy our trades. Send us a text, inbox, whatever, on all our platforms. We will send you a link. It's free of charge. So yeah, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. Eugene signing out.